Last week, I had one of those days where nothing, like absolutely nothing, seemed to be going right. I woke up first thing realizing that it's 11 a.m. and I had overslept my alarm, which was already a great start in the morning. But I decided, never mind, I'm still going to make this a productive day and film the video that I had planned for that day. So I get ready, set everything up, and it was very hot that day until I realized that my air conditioning broke down, which had never happened. So now I'm standing there basically in a sauna trying to fix the air conditioning, which I managed. At this point, I'm still semi-optimistic, but it gets worse because now I want to start recording the video, and after having said I swear the first two sentences, I hear lightning and thunder outside. So loud, so loud. At this point, I'm just sitting there, camera recording already, microphone recording, hoping that maybe the storm will pass and I can continue my video. And boom, electricity cuts off, which again hasn't happened in so long. And so now I'm sitting there in a semi-dark, very hot room, realizing I'm not going to be filming today. And so I'm thinking, let me go somewhere else to work because at home I have no electricity and no Wi-Fi and it's very hot. And so I'm thinking, I'm just going to go somewhere else. The place is only 4 minutes away, get some other things done. It hasn't started raining, and so I'm sure I will make it there in time. So I pack up my bag, I get on my scooter, I turn the key to turn it on, and I swear in that second it starts raining like crazy. Sometimes when we have rain here during rainy season, it is rain like out of this world. Now I'm on the scooter, completely wet, like I just took a shower with my clothes on, my bag is wet, I have mascara running down my face thinking, what the fuck was that? And additionally, I arrive at the place and 2 minutes later, the rain stops. Now, you might be wondering, Aliena, why are you telling us this story? But bear with me, I am getting somewhere with this. I realized in that moment I now have two options, which will determine how the rest of my day continues. Either get annoyed and pissed by everything going wrong, or laugh about it. I decided to go for option 2. So let's talk about the power of humor and how it can change your life. Laugh at yourself. Laughing at other people is easy, but I've come to realize that one of the best skills to practice is to be able to laugh at yourself. Like for me, I felt really ridiculous on that scooter. I felt really stupid. I mean, I could have done a lot of things differently. I could have checked the weather forecast. I could have woken up earlier. I could have had a raincoat with me. There are a lot of things that I should have done. The thing is, that little space in between that decided if my day was going to end up being even more shit or if I would have just let it go, that deciding little space, that was changed because of humor. Being able to laugh at yourself is so important and it can change so much. Don't take other people too seriously. I recently had someone come up to me and tell me their opinion on a podcast or a video of mine, I can't remember. And honestly, the comment was quite rude. And normally I would find myself annoyed or pissed by that, but I somehow took it with humor. Sometimes other people's reactions and behaviors can have a really big effect on us because we take it personally, we give it meaning and value, we interpret it, we think it says something about us, but most things are not personal. Like the person who gave me that comment probably just had a bad day themselves, and if I don't take it personally, the comment was actually quite funny and weird in its own way. And so I think, we will be meeting so many different kinds of people in our life, everyone living in their own world and with their own perceptions and ideas, and if we're going to take every single one of them seriously, I mean, that's just not going to work. Laugh at your life. I think especially now, even more through social media, there is a very high standard that a lot of people feel like they have to hold themselves accountable to when it comes to their life in all ways, like money, success, validation, productivity, maybe even happiness and purpose. But I think maybe those things don't matter as much as we think they do sometimes. I don't think our lives are not important. I think what we do with our lives and how we feel is very important, but I also think the fullness of a life is measured more by how many experiences we have rather than how much we achieve or perform. And so if you wake up one day and you oversleep, or you spent a few days doing nothing and just watching Netflix, or you cry about something that wasn't even that big of a deal, or you try something out for a year and then you decide to do something else again, these are random examples, but I don't think it doesn't all have to be taken that seriously as long as we're not harming anyone else. I think there's no police out there that's going to be like, you need to be like this and this and this. It's mostly ourselves that put that pressure on us. And so I don't know, I just try to not take myself so seriously anymore. This might sound a little bit weird, but sometimes to get myself out of that mindset more, I try to ask myself, if an imaginary alien would be watching me right now, what would it be thinking? Because an alien wouldn't feel the need to conform to the ideas of society and of the world and the pressures that we feel. It wouldn't take things personally because it doesn't know the people. And so it's just not of this world. And sometimes I think the alien would probably look at our world and whatever is going on with a lot of compassion and empathy, because some of the shit is just really not fun. But other times I think the alien would probably laugh hysterically at whatever is happening in that moment with a bag of popcorn in their hand, thinking that is just absolutely hilarious. Of course, not all moments are funny, but the ones that are we laughing with them? Are we seeing them? Are we making something out of them? Or do we not see them anymore because we've become too serious with what we expect from ourselves and of the world? And that's something that I continuously like to ask myself. Implementing humor in my life has really given me so much more happiness and joy and lightness, because even though we will never be able to control the world and people, the only thing that we can really control is how we react to those things. And sometimes humor, I find, can be one of the most powerful responses. And I like to challenge myself with that, because to laugh at the moments that are already blatantly funny is not that difficult, but I try to take moments where there's a part of my brain that wants to take it really seriously, but I know that it's actually not that serious, and then I try to infuse humor there. And a lot of the times it's a little bit uncomfortable in the beginning because there's this part of me that wants to take it seriously, but I've realized that there are so many more moments that are actually funny than sometimes we realize. And yeah, it's a practice, but the more you do it, it's really a lightness that you infuse yourself with, and it just becomes habit. And so yeah, that's all from my side for today. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon.